Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I'm going to be doing a very quick and short little video on the ARK rear mud flap deletes as well as the front splash guards. This is going to be slightly more complicated than some of your installs because I have remote reservoirs. So if you don't have the remote reservoirs on your front coilovers, this job is even more simple. But without further ado, let me go ahead, show you what I got, and then we'll jump right into it. I have a lot of stuff on this tiny little table, but let me just show you what you get when you buy this. So you'll get a little hardware kit with each one. So this is for the mud flap deletes. This is for the splash guards. And then I actually already installed one of the splash guards back there because I wasn't sure if the bolts that came with it fit, but it turns out they do. I actually tried filming this video last night. Didn't know that I was going to have to remove the remote reservoirs, and I didn't think that the bolts that they gave me fit. Turns out they do, and tonight I have the time to actually unbolt the reservoirs and install them the correct way. So yeah, rear mud flap delete, super simple. I got the blacked out logo. And then these are the front splash guards. There's two pieces for each one. I'll show you that as I install it, but also blacked out logo. You'll need your hardware. Each side is 3 of the little 4mm hex bolts and then 3 push clips. I am going to use a ratchet and a drill, and on here I have the 4mm hex. And then of course you're going to need your mud flap, and a light source is definitely recommended. I'm going to go ahead, stick my light right there, and then turn it to the right setting. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't get in your way too much. I don't think it will. Alright. So all I'm going to do is take my 3 push clips. I'm going to start with those because it'll get this held up. I'm going to take the fender, and then the push clips go in these 3 holes right here, right on the bottom edge. So, should be super simple. Line them all up, and then push in. And that is it for that part of the install. And now we just go ahead onto the little bolts. And these ones are kind of annoying because you have to bend the mud flap a little bit to get it to line up. I was able to get it threaded after putting in the top one. This top one's super easy to put in because there's nothing in the way. But having it in helped a lot, and now I'm just gonna put this in as far as it'll go. So this is just a metal bolt going into plastic threads, and the bolt is definitely bigger than the original thread spot, so be gentle with it, but I think it's pretty hard to strip out. I've been using my little electric screwdriver from DeWalt, so this thing's doesn't have much torque. It's meant for light duty stuff, even though I have it on the max because there is some resistance that you meet. And then with the ball hex, I can kind of get in there from a weird angle. Not on that one though. I do not want to strip that. I would like to be able to take these off. Okay. There we go. I think that should be good. And then I'll just do the bottom one. Let me show you guys. So there's a bottom one that is right down here. And you just put that last screw in. I'm gonna use my handy dandy wand light here to show you what I got. So installed this one. This bolt is a little bit, went in a tiny bit crooked, but it'll be fine. It's just a mud flap delete. It shouldn't see much action at all. And once it gets dirty, you won't be able to tell that that bolt is all scratched up. But yeah, super clean and simple. Oh, let me show. Just kind of fills in the hole there. And I feel like it looks a little strange right now because of how clean it is compared to everything else. But obviously that will go away with time as it gets dirty, probably in a couple drives. So, but it'll prevent stuff from filling up my bumper and just being an open hole to my cabin vents, which are somewhere right back here. Now I'm going to go ahead and start doing the front. Moving on to the front, once again we have a bag of hardware. This one I'm pretty sure is all clips with the exception of 2 of the 4mm bolts, so 1 for each side. All I'm going to need and use to install this is the same 4mm hex that I was using, as well as a 14mm socket on a ratchet, and then of course your splash guards, which I will show you how those go on when I get to that. But for now, let me grab my light. The first step is going to be removing my sway bar bolts. I'm going to do one side at a time. That way I can remove this bracket that holds my remote reservoir. Then I should be able to install them very easily. As you can see, my splash guards did not fare well at all. In fact, you can see a little bit of the ripped one hanging on right there. So I'll have to take that out. I can't wait to have this area cleaned up and my engine bay not just be a portal for dirt and grime. So jumping ahead a little bit, I had to remove my skid plate because it was the only way I could get the reservoir bracket unmounted. So I got it unmounted and hanging there for now. And now I can go ahead and remove the last little bits. And then I will just line up the thing and push in the clips. And then when I get to the screw part, I'll show you that because that's the only part that's not 100% self-explanatory. So super quick update. I got that one all snapped in. There's 2 snaps on the bottom. There's 1 right there on the corner. 1 there that I am not able to use because I bent my little, I don't know what that is, pinch weld area there, so I can easily remove my upper control arm bolt and access it a little better. And I don't feel like bending that back and forth every time, so I'm going to leave that one right there unclipped. There's a clip up here behind the stack there, and then over here you got that clip, so 2 up top, and then there's 3 along the bottom. And then I'm going to take that bolt that comes with it, and it's going to go right there. You have to install the rear one after the front one because the front one holds the threaded portion to keep them together. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So that is the driver's side installed. I'm going to go ahead and put this reservoir bracket back on, and then I'm going to do the other side, and I'll do a quick overview of how everything looks completed. One thing I was worried about was not being able to access my Zerk fittings. Thankfully, they thought about that, and they are both still very easily accessible. I was planning on just drilling a hole if I had to, but upper control arm adjustment points are still pretty easy to access. That one in the back is kind of annoying, but I don't have to remove the remote reservoir to mess with the back panel, so it's just a couple snaps and 1 screw when I need to loosen the upper control arm bolt for greasing my bushings. So it adds a couple steps for sure, but nothing terrible, and I think the trade-off of having a actual protected engine bay is probably worth it. They look super good though. I'm going to mount this back up and show you guys what it looks like. Got my handy dandy light here. I'm going to use it to show you guys how this turned out. So we have the back mud flap delete on the passenger side. Super clean, simple, nothing really special to it. Then I have the passenger side splash guard. Got the reservoir bracket all mounted up. Absolutely love the way this looks. It is a significant improvement over the stock clothy type ones that rip super easily. And it looks so much better than just being bare. And honestly, it kind of puts more attention on the blue, which I already thought looked pretty cool. So now I think it looks even better. It's kind of hard to film under here, but I left my skid plate off for now because I'm going to do an oil change tomorrow or the next day. And honestly, the worst part of the oil change with the factory skid plate is taking that thing off and putting it back on. So I'm just going to leave it off and save myself the annoyance of having to do it twice in 24 hours. And of course, something always has to go wrong. So one of my sway bar bolts on the reservoir side of things stripped. So I'm going to try to find a new reservoir mount. It shouldn't be too bad. It'll probably be a $100 mistake by the time I'm all done fixing it, but sway bar isn't, some people just take it out, so it's not really that important. I'm just hoping it doesn't make a bunch of noise. And then, of course, last but not least, we have the driver's side mud flap delete. With the blacked out logos, honestly, you can't even tell that it's there unless you really know what you're looking for. That wraps up my quick little install video on the ARK mud flap deletes and front splash guards. I feel like this is something a lot of people overlook because between the two of them, I think I spent probably like 175 bucks, which is a lot of money for those kind of things, but they're super nice quality, super easy to install, especially if you don't have the reservoir brackets or strip out a bolt like I do. But it's kind of a routine for me to ruin something every time I touch this thing. So just living on the tradition. Thankfully, something minor this time. If you have any questions about the install process, let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.